Couple seconds late, but we're good. Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a good one. Troubleshooting some UI and other stuff. Or YouTube shorts. Yeah, we need a whole lot of everything. Read the UI from old yumytv back in the day. Bro. The old UI, I don't think anyone wants that. Dude, speaking of UI, I wake up today with some angry messages in my Discord. Apparently some guy subbed for my UI, but I don't know how he heard of it. Like maybe he saw it from another streamer or something, and basically just subbed to Twitch but didn't know anything about the Wago app or anything. So he just subs for my UI and then it's like, okay. Then he joins my Discord. And then but the thing is, the Discord, I guess, doesn't really make it clear, like, okay, go to the Wago app, like, download this. It's basically every other problem in the world, but I sort of assume that if you got this far, you know about the Wago app. And so, but I don't actually have a link in my Discord to, like, the UI pack on Wago or anything, which is a little bit of an oversight. And the guy's just losing his mind in my Discord at 4 a.m. Just like, what is happening? Where are these profiles? Like, what is going on? How are all you people, like, not, like, what is going on? And everyone's just, you know, dorking it or whatever, because that's all you guys do. But, and in hindsight, to be fair, like, I can understand exactly, like, I can understand how he got to that path there. I just didn't really foresee people, like, getting that far, but without knowing about the Wago app. But it makes sense. But hey, that's what happens on the launch week, or the launch whatever. We're figuring out these problems. So now there's a big fat link at the start of the FAQ with the video going over it and the Wago app link. Find my UI pack here. Oh, sorry, I didn't load my game. It will load now. Okay. Sorry, the way that I do display capture is a little bit weird. Sometimes I forget I have to click into my game in my Discord. Okay, so I had a character with a bunch of gold on it. Maybe it's my priest. I was trying to consolidate my. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can just mouse over my guys, but I have to be on that server. Okay, I'll check a couple of guys. I'm just trying to pool most of my gold into my warband bank or whatever, so I can figure out what it is and do a little bit of accounting. So anyway, we got the raid coming out tomorrow. I have a short list of boring things that I need to do that normally I wouldn't do on stream, but today all we do is stream, so mainly fixing some weak auras and stuff. Can't have multiple UI packs installed. Ooh, interesting. So, like, if you wanted to yoink someone else's plater, well, you could uninstall. That's interesting. Let me see. This doesn't work. This drop down where you can change it, or I'd imagine this is where it does it. But if you
I have an extended supply.
if you run into problems with specifically like the pack in the app and stuff, if you throw them in the problems channel in Discord, I have a guy from the Wago app hawking over it.
My directive is
Okay.
to serve you.
Let's throw a little bit of this gold in the bank. Also, I read something wild yesterday. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's either Drogo being out of his mind, or this priest might be a little bit better than I think it is. No, not drama, not drama, not drama, not drama. It was about Dispriest. Okay, I don't know if this is true. I'm not in the like the priest Discord or whatever. So basically, the way AoE spells work as Dispriest is the very first target you hit, it'll do atonement healing, but beyond that, it doesn't do atonement healing for everybody else. So for example, when Mindseer used to be a thing, you don't Mindseer like 25 mobs and then it heals off of 25 mobs. Like it doesn't work like that where it scales off of pull size. It just only does the first target that you hit. Apparently, Drogo claims that the Void Rift, like the orb that you shoot from Void Weaver or whatever, does do AoE healing. So if there's multiple mobs and you just press the Void, I mean this should be easy to test, right? If there's multiple mobs and you shoot a Void Orb, it just heals off of all of them. Let's see. Oh, whoops, this is not the... Which would make a lot of... Well, I'm not sure. Because I feel like that's not true. Unless somehow it requires your guy to be up. The Entropic Rift. He says specifically the Void Rift from Void Weaver. Which I assume he means this. I mean, so in theory, it should be, if I go right here, and I put Atonement on myself. Well, look at this, though. The explosion at the end does scale. Oh, okay, so this looks like what's to me, this is what looks like it's happening. The explosion is split damage. Those are PvP dummies. Well, is there AoE regular dummies? Are they in a different spot in town or something? They're further out, like this way? Or are they out here? No. I flew over them. Leave training dummy. Oh, right here. Okay, well, they don't load. When I was, like, over here, they don't load. Well, when I'm... They were... Well, now they're loaded, so... Okay, so... Let's see. So if I do this... Whoops. What did I just press? Oh, Shadow Word Death. Oh, I don't have Atonement on me. Okay, well, let's... So basically, I think the first one doing AoE healing is just not true. Like, the pulsing of the orb doing AoE healing is just not working like that. So now let's... So in theory, it should do... The explosion should do the same amount total, but in less hits if I do it to this. Oops. So the explosion does do it for each target hit, but that's because it's shared damage. So, I think... Well, we may as well test the Shadow Covenant thing, I guess, too, right? So how would we test it? So... This might be a failed test. I might have to read all the passives. Is there info on the loot pools from delves? I think it's all the same. However, keep in mind you can't just spam one delve. You can only do one bountiful delve per day. So if you're trying to target farm specific delves, then you're not getting, like, you're missing out on loot, really. Like, you don't really have control over what delves you're doing. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna press Mindbender. And I'm gonna press Mind Blast. And that hits for very handily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then let's do Void Guy. Hold on. Wait, did I? Yeah, I activated my guy. Each bountiful delve can only be completed once per day, and there's 4 of them. So, for instance, let's say you're saying, "Oh, I want to." There's one delve that I don't think it works like that, but let's just say hypothetically that you're like, somehow you realize that this one delve has an item you want. Well, you don't even get to control if that's a bountiful delve, and even if it is, you can only just do that one time, and then okay, now now you can't do that delve. Like, you're not going to get that bountiful delve likely until Friday. So unless there could be min-maxing, but I don't think that's how it works. Okay, so now if I do press this, now I press this. Okay, so with my Void Guy, so my Mind Blast was 123k with Mindbender with Oracle, and it was 138k with a Void Guy. So now let me try Shadow Fiend. Yo, Steel Copy, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate it. Alright, so now let's do Shadow Fiend and then Mind Blast here. This hits for 134. So slightly less than the other one, but slightly more than... I guess there's probably some annoying variance to it. Now we have to wait for our... Hold on. So now if we do this. Well, I can't change while Shadow Fiend is on cooldown. So basically what I think the bug with Disc is, and I've mentioned it before, is that this talent right here, Shadow Covenant, whenever you cast Shadow Fiend, it makes all your spells shadow and they do extra damage. Well, Mindbender is like a 1 minute cooldown version of Shadow Fiend, so you get it every 1 minute instead of 3. And I think it makes Shadow Covenant weaker when you have Mindbender, because otherwise, like, Mindbender would be insanely OP. But I think when you have this Void Wrath guy talented, I think it doesn't realize that you have Mindbender, and it puts it at 35% still. And I think that's the bug right now. Void Wrath only has a 2-minute CD, but it's not a 2-minute CD, it's a 1-minute CD. When you have Mindbender talented, it's a 1-minute CD. Wait, it literally won't undo changes. I'm looking at my bar, it has Void Wrath on there. I'm gonna switch back to C. Nine seconds. Okay, leave it like this and then just switch to Void Reap. Okay, now if I press Shadow Fiend, but it's this guy, and then I press Mind Blast. Yeah, so I mean, that Mind Blast was my highest damage one yet. Or rather, it was the same as the other one. When I had Mindbender skilled. So, yeah. Well, so we don't know if... What you're saying in the chat is that Void Wrath normally is a 2-minute and not a 3-minute. And so Mindbender is only reducing the cooldown by 1 minute, therefore maybe the modifier shouldn't be as severe that it reduces. And maybe it was intended like that. Which, I mean, having a talent point that halves the cooldown of your biggest cooldown seems a little bit severe, but, I mean, I'd take it. Yeah. See, now Sadeko is likely not playing MDI as a team at all. That's crazy. Isn't it still bugged? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was testing. So someone in my guild mentioned that it's bugged in a different way. And I was testing to see if that was the case, but it is not the case. Someone name dropped me at the start of his stream asking if I was going to be the new Echo healer. Oh boy. Love that for me. Your pet? Let's see. What the hell, Grawl P? Wait, it's me. It is Growl P. I got a nice Mog. I fully expected... I thought your pet was named Gromnak. My hunter has an ape named Gromnak. True. Alright. So I noticed yesterday my... Oh. Did I make a new one of these? Is the beta still up, by the way? Hold on, let me see if I can just go on beta. I'm pretty sure I already made this week. By the way, I thought I heard something and or like someone said something about there not being a beta up. I remember during Shadowlands and Dragonflight, people did the same shit where they were just on the beta because they didn't have anything to do. And I remember hearing something about how the beta is not going to be up for so long this time, but yet here we are, 2 weeks into the expansion, the beta is still up. You have a UI set up for Resto Shaman? Yeah, I have every healer, but no off specs. Maybe I'll work on doing that someday, but I don't even play those specs anyway. I feel like like any pack that you get off Wago be better. Wait, look at how many people there are still. Why are there like what? Okay. Just dorky on 20 accounts. Wouldn't surprise me. Dorky's about to pop into OSHA beta keys? No, Dorky only wants to do beta keys with Greg. Actually, I think Greg is always the one organizing the group. Okay. We got a Sky Fury buff. Dungeon M Plus Season 1. This is a big boy pack. Was there anything I needed from here, by the way, before I closed beta? Cast timeline. Oh, stasis tracker. Did I ever get that stasis tracker on Evoker? Okay, nice. Do I still use Voodoo? Nope. Voodoo is gone. Voodoo is no more. And good riddance. Alright. What do I do with... Did I just have load never on these? Dungeon M Plus Season 1. This targeted abilities thing definitely needs some adding. I think I have casts in every dungeon. I don't remember where I made it to back. This will definitely be a little bit of a work in progress. I basically didn't want to post this because people were just gonna use it during heroics. And it was going to be way too noisy because everyone's pulling the whole dungeon. But once M0 comes out, I'll, this stuff will actually be usable. Yo, Crane, thank you for the prime sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think we are good here. Let's call it. Oh no, I pressed duplicate. Whoops. Well, pause champ. All right. Did I say that healing is the hardest role? No, healing's kind of chill. Sometimes it can be, but most of the time it isn't. Dungeon cast, dungeon spell cast. What do we call it this? So then we have raid buff reminder. So then we go to this. Buff. Spellcast. Where can I get this week order? You don't even know what it does yet. You just see some things. I can post it on my Waggo probably. I do need to update some profiles probably too. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also want to make sure my indicators for my raid thing are correct. Because I realize the raid one might use different... I might need to update the... Oh, maybe raid debuffs doesn't need to be updated. Current season. The War Within. Mirabar Palace. Okay, this has a lot of... Oh, there's nothing on the last two bosses? I figure out why Dis may be healing for more? Yeah. I mean, what I understood before was right. It's basically just that Mindbender talent with Void Weaver seems like it heals too much. I don't know if it's intended or not, but that's essentially the synergy. So what's going on here with no... So did they... I mean, I know they tested Silken Court, right? Because everyone doesn't shut the heck up about this boss. Why is there no... Why is there no debuffs? That's a little concerning to me. Can I read the tooltips here? Oh, I can. I can actually look through all the raid debuffs to see if I want to hide them or whatever. Ulgrax traps players. Ooh, glow type. Ooh. You can very quickly glow raid debuffs here. Traps players and nets. Belches acid at several players. I guess honestly I'll probably just have to raid and see. I'll just have to see basically what I'm worried about is debuffs being too noisy. Like sometimes like a boss will just put a debuff on every single person and it'll be like a a damage thing or whatever, and it can just be too noisy for raid, especially when raid frames are small. But I think I'm just gonna start it as default for now, and then I can just tune it as I raid. Did I watch raid guides? Ooh, maybe that can be some good activities today. I saw Liquid posted a bunch of raid guides. This add-on is Cell. This is my party frame add-on. Oh, I guess what's this indicator? Is this one working? What if I do or export 50? Okay, so this one is a different indicator. So if I go to here and I say export, there's 56. But that's also missing some of these. Life Bloom, Atonement. So if I go here, will that override or no? What happens if I do this now? 56. So this is probably missing Atonement and Life Bloom and stuff now. I actually love how it imports, exports is just like plain text. I can just like visibly see what it's doing. Okay, so export here. I don't even think I use this Life Bloom indicator now. Home another 20. Okay, whatever. Raid. Healers. Export. No. Import. 63. Okay, that sounds right. Okay, I think we have everything now. Basically, just because I mess with these indicators, it won't always update automatically, and I kind of need to do it myself. Yo, Shot the Sheriff, thank you for the sub. Fernandez, thank you for the 11-month resub. The reason I switched from Voodoo to Cell, it's just easier to set up. Everyone copies my UI, especially people that don't know how to use add-ons, and this is just more intuitive. So if you're happy with Voodoo, I'm not trying to get you to switch, just keep in Voodoo, but if you're not happy, I do like Cell. Are modes of acceleration worth it? Oh, that like talent tree or whatever? I feel like Warp DR is really good. Like, modes of acceleration could be funny or like useful sometimes, but I feel like having a little bit of DR on your warp is actually handy. Especially when you accidentally warp into something. Like, when you warp into something and then get hit right away, like, it's always going to DR at 20%. And then you can also use it as, like, a emergency thing. There's actually a few mechanics where warp DR can be, like, really handy. I wasn't using it nearly enough, but... trying to think. Like, Necrotic Wake first boss, for example, this guy will just kill you on a high key. And so, like, doing Warp DR right before you get hit by this guy's spit or whatever is enough to live with scales. Big F Hustle, thank you for the 2 months, I appreciate it. How's this feeling now? It's very, very good. It's almost, Mindbender is almost, like, too strong. It still kind of sucks outside of Mindbender, but you do, like, infinite healing with Mindbender up. You use both debuffs and raid debuffs. So debuffs is only like it's sort of like self-inflicted debuffs. So, for example, like things like your trinket, if it puts like some sort of dot on you, or like, you know, so, you can't cheat death anymore. Like things like that, those sorts of debuffs are under debuffs. And then raid debuffs is literally everything else, like every encounter thing. So the most important one is raid debuffs. And honestly, the regular debuffs one, you probably can just ignore. I still have it on my frames, but I may choose to do something else with it. Have you seen the new Robo Maze Mist Solver? I mean, you can just do whatever. I mean, I went through the whole Shadowlands with no Mist Solver week aura. If you want to use it, it's fine. So the thing about the Mist Maze is there's only 12 like preset paths. So if you play a lot, you can just sort of memorize the paths. And the game, basically the way the auto solvers work is sometimes depending on your path, like, so there's these mini bosses that spawn. There's Gorge Goulet, there's Night Blossom, and there's this dragon. And depending on what path you have, these guys can move in slightly different rooms or be loaded or not loaded. So the way that the auto solvers work is they see what path opens, and then they see what mini bosses are loaded. So technically you can just do all this yourself by just doing a /target macro, just /target space Mist Veil, and just like one of these guys and see what it pulls up. But a lot of people prefer to use the weak auras. Generally, I'll probably not use it right away, but then if there's a good one out, I'll probably switch. But like some of the annoying weak auras are like, they make you download custom weird shit or whatever. Yo, Lux QT, thank you for the prime, I appreciate it. What's the feeling like the top healers-ish? I think Shaman and Evoker seem pretty good. Hold on, let me, party here. So if I do raid, maybe have spawned a problem. So my healer indicator, I think this is a priority thing. Oh no. Okay, actually I can fix this by doing this. So if I just go import and then read, yeah. So now Atonement should always be up front. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I have the right order. Is there a way to change the health bar color? Yeah, let's look at that real quick, because I feel like that will be helpful. And I've always done that when I played disc. So would you need to create a new indicator? Color? Border texture overlay. Has anyone done this in Cell yet? I know you need to like make a new indicator and put it on top, I think. Captain Rogers. What are you doing, man? When do we get Metro on the bench? That would certainly be interesting. That would be, Metro would be an interesting guess, because I think he's someone who would probably vibe with us, or at least maybe me and, well, at least me and Swishy more so than Potty C. Probably not anytime soon, just because there's a bunch of like new expansion stuff going on, but that's an interesting suggestion. I would consider it. Although, yeah, you might be right. I don't know if you would want to do that. All right, create color indicator. Color buff. Atonement. Oh, cool. That's. Oh boy, we're gonna put Echo on here too. Yo, that's gonna be sick. Okay, hold on. So Echo is 364343. Atonement is 194384. Color vertical gradient. Solid. Change over time? No. Wait, change over time might be sick, actually. What color should it be for Atonement? Should we just do this green? I feel like I'm trolling a little bit by just messing with raid stuff at the start of the. Yo, Lurk Limit, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Can you change the alpha? It really only lets me change. Oh yeah, you can. What if I do? I assume that's what this is. Oh no, this is something else. Sorry, I'm not good at colors. Or maybe it is alpha. I don't know. I'm not good with colors. So let me just double check here. So this is only with the raid indicator. Oh, it is alpha, but oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Wait, 255 is 100%? I put 50. 50 looks like 50. It looks like it's out of 100. I'm kind of wondering what it'll look like in a raid. Like, should I just make it? Do I not want... Basically, do I want alpha? Or do I want it to just be a solid color? Because I feel like it might look a little weird if it's an alpha. Because like all the colors will be I don't think that's what I want. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be, yeah, I don't think, it's a good suggestion. I feel like in some world it might look cool. Can reverse it? Well, I think that would be a bit confusing because basically I'm thinking like you use this only while you're ramping, and it would get confusing when you're not ramping to be like if everybody's always the same color. I think I stick it out like this. I think this is gonna look good. Is there anything else I care about for this? Like, I don't know that much about. I guess I can figure it out later. Is there any other buffs that I would care about tracking besides Atonement and Echo? What do you think about Disc Priest? It's like mega good. I think Disc Priest is mega good right now. But it is potentially bugged. I think I think I like this. I think I'm just gonna stick it out like this. For what? M plus or raid? Yes. What's a potential bug? When you play this guy with the Mindbender talent, I think it's doing too much healing. It's doing like probably something like 10 to 15% too much healing. If I had to put a number on it. Alright, Drogo says it's not made up. Alright, we're queuing Follower Dungeon Stone Vault. Yo, Griffix, thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. How did I add Atonement and Cell with other color? I just did it. You can watch me do it. You may need to watch the VOD, but I literally just set it up like 2 seconds ago. Bro, follower dungeons are hard. My team rage quit.
Defensive. Defensive.
I mean, there's no way this is AoE healing. Right? There's no way. I don't know why I argue with Drogo about Disc Priest. I'll just let him figure it out.
Defensive.
Using defensive call out weak or in a follower dungeon. That's why I didn't have it on for so long, because I knew people would lose their minds playing in heroics or whatever. Drogo says, look at this clip. I mean, it's just not, right? Like, you can see when he casts spells, the health bars go up. He is kind of blasting here, 2.3 million HPS. Do you know if bountiful delve chests are guaranteed to drop gear, or is it RNG Grand Station? I believe it's guaranteed to drop gear. What gear? I don't know. Could you get like 5 capes in a row? I think yes. I think that's very, very possible. Get 5 capes in a row. Yo, Triple T, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. That's why, like, so for instance, if you're one of those people who you didn't get early access, or you're maybe behind keys, just wake up and just like make a 4-leaf clover smoothie before you log into your delves, and just get lucky with your drops. And then people who sweated and have 16 keys will just get bracers out of every chest, and then you can just get every item. And so it probably won't even matter if you're short keys. You just need to get lucky, forehead.
I have many lucky doos you like.
I very much doubt loot is tradable. I assume that all of the, it's just like all solo loot or whatever. Yo, Hell Slider, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. I'm pretty excited that I don't have to touch delves again after Heroic Week. I think delves are like almost in a perfect spot right now. I think doing a bunch of them and like doing the new expansion thing and giving it a try, and then having the option there if you want to use it on your alts but otherwise not needing to, is like exactly where it should be. How likely is Prez tuning to survive the first week of Heroic M0? I think Prez and Disc right now are most likely on the chopping block. But we'll see. I mean, the thing is, we just never know with Blizzard. Like, I mean, in my opinion, like, other raid healers are better just because they have way better cooldowns and raid buffs. And Blizzard might want to show off the Drakthir and get people to be playing dragons, so... You know, they might not touch it, or they might just be like, oh my god, the HPS chart is too high, and then they just lower it, so who knows? Okay, where are we at here? We got lots of Valor Stones. Gingy really banned? Where are you guys starting this? I love the snappy S too. Drama? Dugar Dad, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Sorry, no drops on YouTube. You gotta migrate to Twitch for the pet and mount drops. Don't even have the command set up there. How is this on the chopping block? Mindbender just does too much healing. It's gonna be Disc is gonna be Giga right now in Raid. Like Disc was already possibly good in Raid, and then yeah, I mean just like here's the thing, right? Don't even worry about it. Like there's literally no point in worrying because the Raid comes out tomorrow, so we'll see exactly what's going on. If I subscribe, do you get access to your UI? Yep. If you do !UI, it links to a the Wago app and my pack through there, and you can download everything through that. You link your Twitch account. Shouldn't talk about other platforms you are streaming while streaming in Twitch. I mean, whatever. Can I sub via YouTube? I don't have integration through YouTube. I do have Patreon set up or Twitch, but not YouTube. I apologize for that. And by I don't, I mean the Wago app doesn't. Do I just upgrade these stupid trinkets just because? I guess I can only get 3 item levels each on them, so it doesn't really matter. We're small. Look, you're not small, but I will have Discord sub, I think. I just don't have any of that. I don't want to say I will, but I know the Wago app can do Discord. Can we threaten to boycott WoW if they don't give non-dragon evokers? Historically, WoW boycotts haven't worked so well, but... Is it over for Echo? Rip. You know what's actually crazy is I kind of predicted that. I know there's obviously other circumstances, but I was saying that last MDI. I was just like, I don't know how these guys just do this for so long. Like, I feel like there's a possibility the new expansion that they don't stay together. Like, I just don't see what drives a team that owns that hard. You know what I mean? What happened with Echo? I don't know the full details of it, but now basically just said it sounds like they probably won't be doing MDI this season. Drama? 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 Echo? Drama? More money since they always win. I mean, I wonder what the difference would be if for some of them. I think for sure now in Gingy, if they streamed the hours that they practice, they would make more money. But maybe not, I don't know. Yeah. It is, I mean, whatever. They play, look, they played for the love of the game and they play to be competitive. What class or race wouldn't date? Bro, trolls? I don't know what it is about troll feet, but they just they do not want to wear shoes and they just have their ugly feet sticking around. Trolls just do not do it for me. Why Sniffa? Alright, what is wrong with you guys? Was the best healer to start? Probably Shaman. At least right now. Mandatory gonna win everything? Holy. Is it just Jover? Flow of magic fixed. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, I see. You're supposed to make a line. Totemic or Farseer? Kind of on Team Totemic right now, but I don't really feel strongly about it. The Zera the Mortis puzzles? Dude, I miss those. The Bejeweled games. Oh, by the way, I got some IRL stuff going on later today, and also we're recording the bench, so it's gonna be a shortish stream. I just kind of remembered that. I might do what I did yesterday, and come back and do like a night stream or whatever. That was kind of chill. Yeah, it was chill. Oh shit, this world quest is big rep. Slow and slay the lava-laden crystal. Season starts in 21 hours. Yes, but there's gonna be maintenance, so it's not quite that soon. Aki Dovo, thank you for the 4 months. Any chance you know why cell resets after I log in? Fixes with a reload. No idea. I've never heard of that. I might check their Discord or whatever. Could be a weird like interaction or something with an add-on. Oh shit, Hollowfall rep 2? Want to guess how much wax Zyro had by the time I ended my stream? Well, I might... He may have pinged me with it. So, I don't know if this is when exactly this was, but... I think he pinged me with 1500 and then said, get waxing or get left in the dust. Wax Max, maybe. Maybe we'll do a wax night stream. Maybe he said it caps at 999. Well, it caps, per stack, right? But you just start another stack. Dude, Dorky wants the drama bad. Holy. Wait, does this mean Dorky's playing with now or something in MDI? Holy fuck. Dorky to Echo. Can you imagine Dorky now and Gingy? And Drogo, holy, what a sick fucking team. I'm out of the loop. Drama? Drama? Oh, this is the rock climbing one for sure, isn't it? Yep. Someone ever go 5 tanks? Not for any real run, no. Finding 1 tank is hard enough. Actually true. Oh, I see. You're supposed to use this helping hand thing when you get stuck. No, no. It's so troll. It's so troll. Nice, got some nice hollow fall rep. Bang. Max streaming today? He's been doing like kind of short streams to just like check in and whatever, but I don't think he's been doing like any longer streams. Wait, I actually got no rep for that. Why did I just do that? I've been scammed. How do you cast rescue with cell? I just click on people manually and then move my mouse to where I want to rescue. Dude, no Ashkat. Am I rating this tier? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I quit WoW 3 weeks into the expansion and season ain't even out. So you're like, when you say that, are you memeing or are you actually like, well, I just don't even like, I don't even understand that. I feel like people say that, but like, I feel like you'll be back tomorrow. I also quit for today, yep. And having fun in group content. Evoker isn't too bad for delves, but you just need to like go slow or whatever. Like just go slow, spam living flame one mob at a time. Just told my raid leader I won't be raiding this season. I'm sure he loves that the day before the raid comes out. Most reliable WoW raider. Look, I'm not saying that it's fun, like that exciting right now. Like I could totally understand being like, yo, I play M plus and raid, this shit sucks, but to then quit and then not like to play when it's not out and then quit when it is out doesn't make a lot of sense. Hopefully this guy doesn't do weird shit. Darkness outburst. No, he's gonna do this. Do I stream into YouTube for a living? Yeah, pretty much. No, he evades. No, I just lusted. Please don't no, dude. Oh. How could he do this? Killing 500 mil HP rarest prez. I mean, I was kind of trying to like drag it outside in hopes that maybe someone would come along, but oh, nice. Here we go. We got a Dev Evoker here. Perfect. Imagine he was Og. I mean, Og is better than nothing at this point. Can I hide sell if I'm not in a party? I guess. Oh yeah, it's show solo. Holy shit, he's a big boy. Oh, poor person who just showed up. Can I choose class colors for party? I think so. I know Voodoo had that function. Is this guy in here? Assuming this guy is. Alright, nice little rep sweep. You can yoink only the cell profile from the UI if that's what you're asking, but I don't have like individual profiles publicly posted. Alright. How's our rep looking? We gotta be close on Deep's rep to this key, This will be easy clap. Still a ways to go on Anshka Head. I don't know if this is even doable. Hey guys, just tuning into the stream. What happened with Zalia? XDD.
Shop, browse.
Yo, L Skipper, thank you for the 9-month resub. I appreciate it. How long did it take me to level? It was like 5.5 hours my first time, I think. I learned how to do it much better after that. I probably could shave like at least an hour and a half off. Now that I know what I know. Took me 3.5 hours second time? Holy. More changeling farm? Hey, I don't mind some nice chill miss. What is this craft sim? I don't mind some nice chill miss. Is there a way to track the biggest dream breath on frames? I'm not sure what you mean. You're saying like only... Yeah. I mean, you could only track the main one and not the echoed one. But for it to, like, figure out how powerful your echo is and only show the biggest one or highest duration might be complicated. Is this the cornerstone of Twitch where all the degenerates hang out? Captain Rogers, are you gonna behave like a normal citizen, or are you just gonna... Or are you just gonna post to Robin? Also, I like how you send these, like, feeler messages just to see if you're, like, shadow banned or whatever. That's why I just to let you know that we still see you. Even though you do what you do. I see your raid UI. It's basically the same, except for, the frames are just smaller. Like it would look something like that. Except for I'm alone. What second trinket am I going to be aiming for? Oh, I don't know. I'll just use whatever I can use. I'm not really going to like target farm a trinket. If you like really want to like min-max it, you can look at questionably epic to see like how each trinket lines up per item level or whatever, but I'll just kind of run keys and see what I get. Like, all the stat stick trinkets are, like, sort of the same. How we looking on, oh, shit, look at our inventory. It's a mess.
I have many wares.
Oh no, I have some weird auction house add-on, it looks like.
Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
Only 2 wax. I'm shadow banned in Dorky's chat. Are you actually? Holy. What is it? I mean, I don't know how it works on Twitch or if it works. So shadow ban is basically like you're banned, but you don't know it. And so you just send messages, but then no one sees them. It's like what happens if you type dumb shit in my YouTube comments. I shadow ban you, and so you think every day you're like, ha ha ha, I'll get them this time. And you write some comment, but literally nobody sees it. Is there a way to change health bar color depending on buff? You create a new color indicator, and then you can just add buffs in there. I did it earlier on in the stream. If you, like, check out the VOD. Is that why there are so few people in here? Yep. Gunning all of them down one by one. No, usually I let the chatters behave. I really only ban people off YouTube comments if they, like, are either, like, insanely negative. Usually it's not even towards me, but it's towards other people. Or just advertising. I think the last guy I shadow banned was... I posted my evoker guide, and then, like, literally within 3 minutes, some guy responds with, like, this guide wasn't very good. Bowser's guide is much better. And I'm just thinking, bro, you just responded 3 minutes after I posted my video. You didn't even watch it. And you have to name drop someone else's guide? I will behave if I can have 1 Robin Pass per day. I mean, you get 1 Robin Pass per day, but you're timed out for the rest of the day when you do it. Look, it's not me. I'm not anti-Robin, okay? I just can't have you doing that in my chat. It's not up to me. Like, you can't just be... What is a Robin Pass? What's I don't know if you guys are baiting or not, but... If you don't know what we're talking about, just be happy that you don't and move on. Anti-Robin hates now. Why do I still show up as my old Twitch username in my chat feed? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the chat feed. It has old... It basically is like a snapshot from, like, October of last year with the Halloween emotes. I just had a heart attack. I just looked over my screen and then I thought I was a boomkin.
intruders. Knight is trying to steal the flagship. Secure the deck. We need to gain control of the ship.
What's a fun DPS alt for a tank main? Definitely Arcane Mage.
Airships approaching. Be careful, outsider. Those aren't ours.
The only DPS alt that I have.
They empowered Belador's shadow. The Lamplighter's blessing will keep you safe. Nerubians, they've webbed the Dawnbreaker. Defeat them to break it free.
Until they buff fire, then Fire Mage? Yeah, pretty much.
You'll need to use those mats of yours to fly to them.
We're having some technical difficulty. Dude, this boat's traveling so fast.
Only one more ship and the Dawnbreaker is ours again.
Dragon riding DCs and TGP? Dude, I hope not. Humbly requesting for a nice 1-hour geosesh tomorrow before servers come up. I'll try my best. I mean, very likely I'll be bored and the servers will be down and I'll be streaming. And you know what happens then.
We have learned to embrace the dark. Be not afraid. Let it embrace you.
What's a good haste cutoff for HPAL? I would just keep piling haste until you run out of mana, probably. Or like you start running out of mana.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The shadows bless you.
This night be unending. All shall be shadow.
Opinion on Arkansas. I feel like I don't get it in GeoGuessr very often.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kinda confused. Is this totemic? Yep. Because I don't have Healing Rain and it's replaced with the totem. And I don't have ancestors.
5, 4, 3.
I mean, here's the thing when it comes to Totemic versus Farseer. Totemic is just undeniably better. And if you play Farseer, you're a complete idiot. No one in their right mind would ever play Farseer. You're just completely wrong. You play Farseer. It's completely not up to you, or there's no preference or situational anything. It's just you're wrong if you enjoy Farseer. If you play Totemic, you play Healing Stream. I think, at least. Just because you get a free chain heal every cast. I was really down for Farseer. I'm just messing around. Play whatever you want, they're both good. For Press Evoker, does Zephyr only apply damage reduction to the 5 players in the party? Yeah, correct. And only worse, it's not a raid CD. But keep in mind, you can still strategize it and have Evokers paired with, like, the most vulnerable people. And you can still kind of do it. Oh, is it 5 closest? Oh, if it's 5 closest, then I made that up. I have not tested it or whatever. If I get an opportunist proc, should I hold it for crushing blow? Or can I just send it right away? I would just send it. Oh. Yeah, you should mainly be using Surge unless you're running out of mana. But in reality, like, you shouldn't be running out of mana much. Unless it's like, your pull is going dramatically wrong. We'll be fine. On to someone. What is happening? What? Okay. Was that like the tank not being in melee thing? I like looked away to respond to a text on my phone, and my team is just exploding. Does putting a healing stream down proc 5 earth living weapons? if you have, so basically when you press your surging totem, see how it's got the 3 things on it? You can consume them, right? So if I use the healing stream now, it consumes it and puts Earth Living on everybody. I don't know why it's not on everybody, but what it was supposed to do. Maybe it didn't bounce or... But you're the tank still. Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I can show my talents in a sec. I have to respond to a text message that I was typing and then my entire team blew up. Now that I've gotten used to the capital city, yeah, I was saying the same thing the other day. Finally getting the hang of where everything is. Alright, hold on, give me 1 sec. I'm back. Sorry. Am I happy with Earth Living? I don't know. It's kind of whatever. You can do anything. You can play like Primwave. You can play Earth Living. You could take Tidebringer just to be able to hardcast if you need to. You can all these talents I think are a little bit optional. I can link this up. Geo watch parties. I'm gonna try. It's gonna be a hell of a week, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I can take whatever, but you're a scrub. Well, if you're a scrub, then it matters even less, right? I mean, look, I didn't say it. You did. I'm just saying. Like, you know, as someone who isn't doing super like high level keys, you should have more like willingness to be like, oh, I'll just, you know, I prefer this, so I'll just pick it. Like, that's what I think people need to realize is like, the more that you can't tell the difference, the less it matters, right? Like, that was one thing I learned from poker in a way of like, you know, a lot of times you tend to like hyper fixate on these problems that you don't know the solution to. But the thing is, if you can't even tell, like if the solution is so close that you don't even know what's correct, then it matters so little, right? Like if you're like, oh, I prefer this, or like, you know, I don't, you know, it's just like so not worth your attention if you don't know. Like when it doesn't matter, like when I feel like when I say when a chatter asks me like, oh, X or Y, and I say it doesn't matter, like just pick which one you prefer, I feel like they're like, all right, I guess I'll ask somebody else. Like they think there's some answer that's important, and they're like, all right, well, this guy didn't give it to me, I need to find the answer, as opposed to like the freeing feeling of like, okay, I can just put whatever and it doesn't matter, and I can move on to another problem. Overflowing Shores? I mean, Overflowing Shores is not super good, I think. It heals like 0, I feel like. What about in a raid environment? In a raid environment, you go to Wowhead and you copy the raid guide. And then you wait for people to have logs, and then after that, then you can look at the top logs and copy what they do. XCD, I mean, that's just the truth. I'm just telling you. People like conversating and fixing issues that don't exist to release the dopamine they would get if they actually solved issues. Holy. That's a pretty based way of looking at it. I don't know if I would go that far, but that is something. That's some how would you say? That's some tough love that you only tell to your closest students, I think. Can I share keybinds for Shaman? I feel like people ask me this often, and I don't really understand what they're gonna gain. Like, are people gonna be like, oh, I forgot about that letter? Like, oh, D, the one between S and F, I forgot about D. Like, oh, yeah. I don't know, like, I try, like, I genuinely want to help people, but, like, oh, yeah, C. Like, oh, you know, I get so fixated on B and D, I just forget about C. All right, we're done roasting chatter questions. Okay, so we're doing, just to like give everyone a heads up, we're probably recording the podcast around 4 my time. So this is my clock, so like 3 hours. I also have something to take care of, and I don't know when it'll happen, but it won't happen during the podcast, so no, it will not be live. It will be me turning my stream off, and the reason is because I also have to take care of something, and that will either be after or before, and I don't know when. I just told this particular person that I cannot do it during 4 to 6. So us, I mean, there's there will be, it's nothing pertaining to you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to, if you think I'm like secretly hiding something. IRL stuff. Do you have any keybinds you consider bad but are used to using it? I don't know. I don't really think so. I slowly try and move my keybinds around. I fixed a couple bad interactions that I have. I would say, yeah, I don't know. Some of my 1 through 5 buttons I end up like for instance, I had Riptide on 1, but then I started using right click for Riptide, and then like I had both of them, and I feel like that was kind of a waste. But then I ended up rebinding Primordial Wave to Riptide, and then that solved things. I don't really think so. I don't think I have that many like bad keybinds that I don't like. Anyway, strafe, Q and E. W to move forward, Q and E to go sideways, and then mouse button to walk backwards if I need to. How's my Valor Stones looking? Oh, nice. Nice. Not that being capped on my alts matters, but we're basically doing it. We're getting all of the things done. How's the wax farming? Maybe we do go to... I don't know, we'll see. I'm sure late night we'll have some really degenerate content. What do I think of Resto Druid? I think it kind of sucks. Does good damage. Brings Mark of the Wild, a good utility. Can heal. Feel like it's like the weakest healer now that Disc got buffed. Am I not supposed to save Weathered Crest? There's no point in saving it. Any gear that you get next week, you don't even use Weathered Crest for. You'll use the higher level ones. If you're saving keep in mind, okay, so as like maybe a small tip for people who are clueless about the resources, if you're saving Weathered Crest for next week, it's fine, like, because you don't believe me or whatever, it's fine, but keep in mind that you're gonna spend a lot more Valor Stones than you'll expect, right? Because you're saving like an absolute crap ton of crests because you're not upgrading now, and your need for Valor Stones is gonna be really high next week. So while I'm saying don't worry about capping your Valor Stones or having wax or anything like that, if you haven't sent a single crest in either one of these categories, and you're planning on just upgrading everything on Tuesday, then you're just going to go to 0 Valor Stones, like, immediately as soon as you start upgrading, because you have so much upgrading to do. So just keep that in mind, that, like, if you're actually pooling all of your crests, then you should consider trying to cap your Valor Stones and maybe even have extra, because you're not behind, but you're just, like, you know, you're going to need to spend a bunch whenever you decide to upgrade. Whereas, like, I've already spent 270 crests worth of Valor Stones. Yo, Elzamorn, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. I appreciate it.
The Titans, you are here. The Storm Perch has been breached, and the Storm Riders corrupted.
Oh shit, dorkies. Last day till season. Oh, he's just doing the theater game? That's funny. Still getting his weekly keys done or whatever. What tanks look promising? My opinion is that it doesn't matter what tank class you play, but maybe that's an unpopular opinion. Dorky has a really good video on tanks if you want to see like a mega breakdown, but I feel like if I was a tank player, I would just pick whatever the hell I wanted to play and not care, because you just get to do whatever you want. Have you messed around with tier 8 delves as a healer? Depending on your spec, you may have actually an easier time playing healer. Because the thing is, if you're playing healer, you can just heal yourself and just go slow and kill one mob at a time. Like, it might not be the most efficient, but especially under geared, like, you may actually have an easier time as a healer, if that makes sense. I haven't done too much. I know Herrick did one on his, on, like, Spirit Bloom or whatever. I don't know what item level or anything he was, but I think Prez is actually not bad. Shaman is also not bad for delves. But I assume it's going to be like a gear thing. Like, maybe when you get Omega geared, if you... I mean, I guess, I don't know why you'd be doing them. But if you have a lot of gear, maybe just be DPS and pull big, but... Like, for instance, Priest, you may actually have trouble playing Shadow Priest. I don't know how Shadow Priest is like, how much self-healing you have, but... Versus just, like, playing Holy or something and just killing one mob at a time. Doesn't delve scale gear? No. The only reason you might think that is because on beta it did, but that was just for testing. What do I think about Druid and Raid? So when it comes down to Raid healers, it more comes down to like the healing comp that you put together and like your skill rather than individual classes. Like generally speaking, Blizzard balances pretty well around Raid, and I would say Druid is probably one of the more difficult healers in Raid, in that, like, if you don't have a lot of hots up beforehand and play really proactively, then it can be a little bit harder for you. But, I mean, I think Druid in Raid isn't bad. I also think that all the other Druid specs are not that good in Raid, so I think we may see some Resto Druids just to, like, fit in Mark of the Wild. But ultimately, like, for most people, Raid is simply just, like, skill diff. Like, if you're just a good Raid healer, you'll be able to own on any Raid healer. assuming that you're playing well. Is it possible to get curve as a pug player with no guild? It depends on your time frame. Like, trying to get curve on week 1 or 2 is going to take a lot of time and be like a pretty brutal grind. But later on in the season, curve becomes very easy to pug. Especially the first season of the X-Pack. Same with like KSM or whatever. Like, doing +10s early on in the season and Mythic Plus is going to be really challenging. But by the end, when everyone's like, you know, super mega geared, it should be better. So is this just not that good after all since it's bugged? I mean, you know, bugged, good, you know, intended, not intended. We're, you know, it's not really up to us to draw the line. That's up to Blizzard. Someone brought up a good point about it, is that, well, Void Weaver is a 2-minute CD. Like, maybe it was intended? Or maybe it's, like, the penalty, like, the nerf or bug fix or whatever won't be as severe? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Alright, I'll just be quiet. Maybe Blizzard won't know. Any good poker books you recommend? What's your like level and what's your like goals and stuff? Because like there are like really good poker books, but they're also super in the fucking weeds that like 99% of people that it feels darker and colder. Don't have any business reading.
But there are more survivors to rescue.
I kind of like Ed Miller. Ed Miller has some good books. He has a book called Poker's 1% that I think is like a really good bridge between like, okay, I'm a pretty good like average, like I'm like a pretty good player intuitionally, but like I want to start getting into like a little bit of the basic game theory stuff, but I'm not trying to get a PhD. I like sort of grew up on Beluga Whale. His stuff is a little bit out of date, but like Easy Game I think was a really good book for its time. I don't know if it's still that relevant now. If you're a math guy, Applications of No Limit Hold'em is sort of like the Omega Nerd math book. Wonder what Reddit recommends. Best poker book. I Google it, what comes up? Yo, thanks, Soul. I appreciate it. What are the thought behind farming wax? It's not a big deal. People are just doing it because they're bored. It also gives you like a little bit of money and some other resources, so it's just a way to get Valor Stones that you can do while solo. You don't have to you don't have to like queue heroic dungeons if you're playing like DPS. Is there any way to catch up on coffer keys? No, but coffer keys aren't important. Like in 2 weeks, no one will care about coffer keys anymore, I promise. It'll only be like a thing that you can grind on alts for gear. Yeah, so wax allows you to like basically you farm these I don't even have them in my inventory. These globs of wax. They're like the random chest drop things that appear. And you can turn them into the guy in Ringing Deeps to get Valor Stones. And so people are farming them. And you can hold on to them in your bag so that you have more than cap. But the thing is, like, unless you're doing... I don't expect you to need that many Valor Stones to, like, have that many saved up. Maybe it's possible with how many carved crests you have that you might need them, but... I don't know. I googled best poker books and all these books suck. I guess these are like most books. Am I ready to own tomorrow? Oh, hell yeah. You like Drogo popping off about Disc Priest in the Discord? I don't think he knows what he's talking about, but I just let him do his thing. I'm just like, never mind, whatever. Yeah, in Cell you can reorder the like roles. There's like little icons, you like drag them on the layouts tab or appearance tab, I think.
Barrage.
Oh, Barrage is back. Let's
Barrage.
go. Woked. Does the carved crest limit apply if you downgrade them? Yes, do not downgrade or upgrade any of your crests. Don't touch that feature.
Barrage.
The only time you should touch it is once you can upgrade them. You can do that if you have some left over.
Defensive. Barrage.
But downgrading it counts towards the cap. I was told it's safe to use Carve Crest this week. It doesn't really matter that much. It's very, very small. The worry about using Carve Crest is if you use Carve Crest, then you do your delves on Tuesday, and you get an item in that slot. But it's like a very, very small deal. But especially if you're going into raid tomorrow and you know that you're going to want to power up right away, or you're going into pugs and you want to power up right away, then the difference is like very small. The Shaman weak aura? Yeah, so I don't know what's so with the Earth Shield thing, I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with it, but the one in the middle is only for you. And then the other one on the mouse would be if it's on your tank or the other one. And I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do it yet. What's the consensus of the massive changes of 1105? Is that shit going to be up for normal heroic? No. That's for like in 2 months from now. That is nowhere near now. Alright. Let's go this way, guys. No leaving. No. Alright. Nope. Oh, yeah. See? It's fine. Yo, Pierre, thank you for the 11-month resub. I appreciate it. Feels so bad they announced it early. Yeah, I mean, it's very clear that the whole situation was that a lot of these changes were probably intended for the release of the game, but they just didn't have time for them. Some of them are especially fucking weird that they're in the 11. So, okay, if you guys don't know how Shaman works, very, very basic, right? You have a spell called Nature Swiftness. When you press it, your next healing or damaging spell is instant cast and costs no mana, and it consumes the buff, okay? So, as Totemic Shaman, your most mana-intensive spell is your Surging Totem, the 30-second healing rain thing. However, if you press Nature Swiftness and then you press Surging Totem, it consumes your Nature Swiftness but doesn't do anything. It still costs mana, and it's already instant cast. So you literally just waste your Nature Swiftness if you ever end up doing that. And intuitively, you may, in your brain, try to press
Volley.
Nature Swiftness with your totem because it costs so much mana. So, like, look. It uses up my mana, even though and my Nature Swiftness is gone now. Why is that bug in 2 months? Why is that going to be fixed? Why is that not fixed right now?
Volley.
I don't understand.
Volley.
Why is this in the October 23rd patch?
Volley.
Why is this not fixed right now? I don't understand. If they address that they know it's a problem, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I understand fully that if they were like, hey, we're doing some class changes and we didn't quite have this cooked up for launch, and we don't want to, like, drop things that are going to mess with your rotation or your comp in the middle of the raid, so we're going to wait a little bit for the anniversary event, but we want to get them out soon, that's fine. But, like, okay, bug fixes or, like, tuning things, why is, like, I don't know.
Volley. Volley.
Rant mode off. Rant is never off. When am I
Volley.
tanking again? Not anytime soon.
Incompetent drones. I'm the engine myself.
You guys are the worst, by the way, because here's you guys, okay? The game Mythic Plus isn't even out yet. Growl, stop playing healers. Play only Blood Decay and Mage. Stop playing your main. Stop playing healers. Play only Mage and Blood Decay. And then when MDI comes around, why doesn't Dorky want to play with you? You've been playing Mage for 2 months. Why doesn't Dorky want you to heal anymore? Is there drama? Like, well, maybe if you guys want me to compete or be good, I have to actually play healers. I can't just walk around on a Blood Decay memeing all day and then show up and play in MDI. I can't believe you haven't figured out how this toxic relationship works. Oh, I know exactly how it works. You guys just want me to suffer. Oh, I know how it works. I just need to remind you guys sometimes.
Volley.
Queen Nephros refused to reclaim that glory, but no more. Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Archpact.
Volley. Volley.
What is the most brain dead healer? I guess Shaman? I don't know. Depends on what level you're trying to play at. But maybe swap to Cell, just because it's easier to set up and it's like more normal out of the box, because everybody copies my UI. People copy my Voodoo and then they just get lost. Voodoo just does so much like dumb stuff.
Volley. Volley.
Yeah, I mean, Shaman does have a lot of buttons. I mean, there isn't really, like... Healers aren't like tanks where you can just play bear and just mash swipe everywhere and you know, every healer is gonna have some sort of difficulties with it. But a lot of the buttons that you have as Shaman are just like random utility stuff. Yeah, so let me I kind of want to update some of my weak auras. The problem is I feel like my weak aura page is like bricked because I changed username or something. Okay, let's update some weak auras here and I can upload some stuff. Do you only cast Chain Heal on High Tide? Pretty much, yeah. It depends on how you're playing. Like, if you have Tidebringer, then maybe you can mix in some Chain Heals if you need them, but the thing is, when you hard cast, like, Chain Heal's a lot of mana, so you can't do it a lot. You need to pick and choose your spots. Yo, Questa GG and not Zemi, thank you for the subs. I appreciate it, friends. Okay, I'm gonna send some... to update some weak auras. Totemic without Tidebringer? Yeah, I've been testing it. Just not hard casting anything. And just letting my totems cast most of my chain heals. Just got my UI and something is turning on friendly nameplates. It's a plater setting. If you do /plater and then I think it's like the auto tab or the auto menu or whatever. If you don't want it to do that, you can turn that off. Okay, update Druid. Shaman. Oh, I see. I posted these in... Oh, I see. Okay. I posted these in a different spot. Not showing it on stream because no one cares about Wago anyway. Just uploading some profiles. And I can upload my seasonal weak auras or whatever too right now. Evoker? Why is that why is Evoker loaded? What is loaded on this? Is it this? Oh, it should tell me, right? Oh. Why is Growl Evoker loaded? Oh. Yeah. Which healer can carry pugs most? I think honestly you can pretty well with both Shaman and Evoker. I think when it comes to like disruption and like doing stuff, Shaman has more of that, but when it comes to just like pure healing people through stupid, I think Evoker can do more healing. But probably Shaman more so. What about Druid? Yeah, so Shaman and Evoker, probably the best healers to carry pugs. More so Shaman. Yeah, I can link the XP bar one sec. Staying away from Evoker. I think if you're really good, you can do a shit ton of healing on Evoker and just like power through people not like doing stuff, but it'll simply be more simple playing Shaman or whatever. Raid buffs tracker. Yeah, Evoker, healer Evoker does a lot of damage too. How do you get the small friendly nameplates with Plater? It's in the advanced settings. It's like... friendly box selection space is what it's called. Um... Let's see. Work. So that's that week order. It has... It's basically, it does 3 things. It does spellcast bars of like not even like most spellcasts that come up. It has debuff and targeted spells icons that pop up here if like there's shit that you need to see, and then it also has some like text to speech verbal warnings, like defensive and stuff. And I'll probably tune it around like depending on how I like it for dungeons. It's just kind of like something I came up with while I was playing beta. It's not perfect for everything. Is Raid tonight? Raid comes out tomorrow. Basically tomorrow the plan's gonna be I'll turn the stream on. It'll probably be server downtime. The server downtime will probably get extended, and it's gonna be really brutal. And then we'll play GeoGuessr, and then servers will come up. We have a group with, I think it's me, Dorky, Jelly, Boomchu, and Kimbodi. And we'll do Delves first, and then we'll do M0s. Then if there's time, that's going to be on my Priest. And then if there's time, I might do some Evoker stuff. Or Shaman stuff. And then we raid 8 my time to 11. And I'm going to be raiding on probably Holy Priest. Why am I Priest? Because I'm playing Priest and Raid on Tuesday. And then after that, then I'll probably finish up some stuff on Shaman and Evoker. Then Wednesday, we'll get on early. We'll do as many M0s and Delves and stuff on Shaman and Evoker as we can. Raid same time on Shaman. That Wednesday is Shaman Raid. Then Wednesday is also day 1 of GeoGuessr World Cup. So after raid, we'll watch Party GeoGuessr. Then Thursday is Evoker raid. And then we'll do all the delves and shit for Evoker. Do Evoker raid, and then day 2 of Geo. And then Friday is like sort of break day. We might pug a raid. It looks like either Drogo or Greg or both are organizing like a friend alt raid on Friday. And I don't even know what I'll bring to that. Maybe Miss Weaver or Druid or something just for fun. And then Saturday is Geo World Cup Finals. Like top 8. What's my time? My time is in the top right. My time is the same as server time. So if you thoughts on disc, it's really good right now. They buffed the shit out of it this week. Best trinkets for Arsham? Just like any of the stat sticks. Crystal from Dawnbreaker, Changeling, Arakara Sackbrood. There's another one too that I don't remember what it's called. But you just want stuff that procs and gives you stats, basically. Do you only want bountiful tier 8 delves? Alright, time for the delve checklist again. I gotta remind you guys. We gotta talk about delves. Everyone get your notebooks out, even though I know all you guys were here yesterday. Time for the review about delves. All the mole people, get your notebooks out. Alright. This is going to be Tuesday on reset, or possibly Wednesday for you guys, depending on if you're NA or EU. So right away, you'll need to unlock tier 8 delve difficulty. Now you do not want, so you'll need to do a tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, tier 7 to unlock tier 8. So now the way it works is there are bountiful delves in one in every zone, right? So for example, this zone is this one right here, Kriegvol's Rest, is the only bountiful delve here. If I go to Ajkahet, this is the bountiful delve, right? So while you're leveling up your delves, you do not want to run a bountiful delve. You want to run any other delve, because when you run a bountiful delve, even if you don't use your key, the bountiful delve goes away. And you're only getting good loot from bountiful delves. So if you go into a bountiful delve to level it up, you're going to lose that delve, the potential to get items from that. You don't lose your key unless you spend it, but you lose it. So first thing you want to do, go in a non-bountiful delve and unlock tier 8 difficulty. Okay, so this guy recommends Tech Rathon, Waterworks, or Sinkhole as some of the fastest ones. I don't know why you guys need a delve tier list, but here it is. Then when you have tier 8, you want to the recommended item level is item level 600 in the UI. You can definitely do it at 580 or 585 or whatever you're at right now. It's not going to be face roll though. You will need to like interrupt stuff and try. So the way delves work is if you die more than 5 times on a tier 8, you do not get a chest. Can't open the chest. You depleted the delve. Our good friend Dorky taught us that. So if you're in a delve and you deplete it, you do not want to finish it. You just retry it and you go again. The reason is because I mentioned if you do a bountiful delve and you complete it, then it's no longer bountiful and you can't put your key in on the chest at the end and get your item. So if you do a bountiful delve and you deplete it and then you complete it after you depleted it, you're not going to get an item and then you can't do that bountiful delve again. So what you're going to do is once you have level 8 unlocked, you're going to look at your map. You're going to say, okay, this is the bountiful one. You're going to go here. You're going to do it. You're going to make sure that you're going to complete it, right? That you don't have too many deaths. And then stick your key in and you'll get an item. And you want to do that for each bountiful delve in the zone. Also, I believe the first time that you do a bountiful delve, if you haven't opened the chest at the end, you get this item called a Radiant Echo. And you get some like intro tutorial quest that teaches you about the Radiant zones or whatever. Finish this quest after you do your first delve. This guy is saying that after that, if you don't finish this quest, you don't get more of your Radiant Echoes. This isn't a big deal. This is like, I think every 4 Radiant Echoes is 1 key. But keep that in mind that you may be short keys if you don't make sure you turn in this quest right away. Is it an Omega useless? Basically it is, but because you guys are key fiends and you guys think that you're all race to world first raiders, every time you do a Radiant Echo, you get key fragments, and then you can combine key fragments to make more keys. So it's going to be like every X number of Radiant Echoes that you do, you can get another key to go into another bountiful delve. So if you're not doing these Radiant Echoes with your rewards from your delves, you may miss out on like I don't know how many keys. But by the end of the week. Yeah, so that's the delve situation. This is the delve situation on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean I can link it if you want me to. You're all imbued with this knowledge. There's a Reddit thread. If it's a weird image or whatever, this is just yoinked from Reddit by somebody, I think. What gear would I recommend for Arsham? Like stats? You want mostly crit verse. You may want some amount of haste to like not be slow. I've taken the day off work so I can go hard on delves. Was I wrong? Oh no, we're all waiting to go hard on delves. Oh, why does my text message? Can I not? What? Can I just not send text messages? Send. Not send. Okay, well, I don't know why I can't send text messages, but I need to make a phone call real quick because my texts just are not working. I'll just like open my talents or something to keep you guys busy. All right, I'm back. Okay, good thing I checked. Okay, so here's the plan. I have something I got to do in like 15-20 minutes. And then I have to record the bench for episode 4 tomorrow. So we'll have I have like 10 or 15 more minutes. I can just like answer questions or whatever. We'll fly around town. And then I gotta go get dressed and do some stuff. So that's the plan. I'll very likely then I'll probably come back later tonight and turn on my stream and we'll keep messing around. A great question. Are you gay? No. What spec should I try for raid, dev, or aug? If you're just pugging, I would play dev. I don't think aug is probably very fun in raid unless you are like with a guild and you're coordinating stuff. Am I currently not dressed? No comment. I'm gonna heal for the first time in raid. How do I set healing CDs against damage patterns? They're like an add-on. There are websites and stuff and logs, but I mean, like, when a brand new raid comes out on Tuesday, you may have to wing it. I heard... Let's look real quick. Was it max roll? Someone was saying there was, like, some Omega have all raid cooldown website. So let's see. I've never used this site, so we're learning together. Keep that in mind. Or rather, I've never used this feature. Mythic Plus Dungeon tier list? What does this even mean? Dude, how are you guys such fiends for tier lists? Like, what even is this? Oh, I see. It outlines the difficulty of each dungeon in a low to mid-level M+ setting. Dawnbreaker on the same tier as... I don't know. I think it depends on the key level. Stonevault, I think it's... This is probably pretty close. This is probably pretty close, actually. Okay. Where do I, like, how... Tier lists, talent trees, resources. How do I even find this? Class guides. Evoker. Preservation Evoker Raid Guide. Nerubar Palace. Holy. Well, so... To answer your question, I don't know how good this will be, but you can try and you can see make good. So here's the question: what does this do when I export it? Ooh, hold on, wait a second, hold on. Get the hack here. Remember my ERT note setup that I had? Holy smokes. Note. Personal note. Enable. I mean, maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll try it, because it should be interesting. So tomorrow we're playing Holy Priest. It's also going to depend on your raid comp and healing officer directions. Well, so keep in mind, this is for YOLOing, right? If you're in a guild or you're in any situation where you have healing CDs, you should always follow those. This is for YOLOing. If you're like in a pug or whatever. What? Wait a sec. What? They just assume nobody's gonna play Holy Priest. What happens if I export? It has things. It has icons. Oh, I have... Hold on. Shoot. What is... Hold on. Orgs. What's the website that's like Omega with the logs? It's called like Lorgs or something, right? IO, wow. Oh, it's 2 R's. Disclaimer, do not copy paste the timings you see here. This page is just to give you a reference, but you won't know. Reservoir. Oh, there's nothing up yet for... I'm trying to get like just a copy paste how it works. Is there a maybe a clip of me? I'm trying to see how it looks like. Is it like growl? Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to get it to work because I have it set up so it won't show anything unless my name is on there. Is anyone good at these notes? Where do I put my name in here? I don't remember. I have it set up so it only shows up if I put my name on here. This? After, maybe? Oh, right there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope, it works. Okay, so... Wait, so what was... Now, let's see what the whole... Now, I'm just doing this so I can see what the Holy Priest knows. So their icons on their website are just broken for Holy Priests, but it does have raid CDs here. Interesting. All right, well, maybe we give this a whirl tomorrow and see how it goes. Now that I understand how everything works. Icons are up for me. Oh, maybe it's like some weird shit. To me, this part... Oh, okay, well, now it works. Maybe it just, yeah, okay. Just didn't load properly or whatever. Okay, so I'll probably end up using this tomorrow. Is this only for healing? I don't know. Yeah, Frost DK? Oh no, that's Mythic Plus. Class Guides, Demon Hunter, Havoc. Opener. Mirabar Palace. Yeah, I mean they have cooldowns for everything. Is our guild going straight into heroic? I don't know. There's not a reason to go straight into heroic, right? Like you just do the easiest stuff first since it's master loot. Do we need an add-on to show your M+ score? It should show in-game, but you can use the Raider IO add-on and it shows like more info and like alts and stuff. Yeah, I mean most will be just press on CD, but like I mean this says like yeah, I mean I don't know how useful it'll depend on the class how useful this will be, but I'm assuming that it has some sort of info. Thanks for continuing to answer Farseer versus Totemic. In just a few hours, it will be answered through Warcraft logs and Raider IO. What was that website? That's Maxroll. That's like the big guide site. I think Echo is doing the guides for them. What did he say about Farseer versus... You guys are absolute fiends. You guys are absolute fiends. I'll have like a daily news Farseer versus Totemic thoughts with each day. Just play whatever you want. They're both good. In Raid, I'm pretty sure you play Totemic. But am I gonna play Chrono or for like I'm playing Chrono until I see the number of DMs I've gotten for that. Oh yeah. I was talking about this earlier, but like I feel like when you tell people that it just comes down to preference, pick what you want, that they don't want that answer. Like they like, oh well, I guess I'll just go ask somebody else then. You know, like I don't think like it's in theory it should be freeing. It should be like, oh, you know, I can do whatever I want and this decision doesn't matter. Let me move on. But instead, it's like, oh no, you know, this person isn't telling me. I need to keep searching. I gotta say, this is the worst thing I have done to sub to someone and not even doing a own channel about his UI things. I really hope you put in some work for those who sub to you, man. Everything should be so hard to find. Worst thing ever. Yeah, so that was a guy that came in my Discord last night at 4 in the morning, who apparently he knew that you could sub to get my UI, but somehow didn't use like any of the Twitch commands or see in the YouTube comments where I link the Wago information and use the Wago app. So they basically subscribed but didn't know about the Wago app. And so they subscribed to the channel and then they're like, well, how the fuck do I get the UI? And so then they're like, then they join the Discord. And technically the Discord doesn't directly say, okay, go to the Wago app and download it. It just has like an FAQ of all the problems that people have. So he's like reading this FAQ of all these problems and he's just getting so confused. So he's just going off in my general chat of my Discord at 4 in the morning about how like, oh, like what the fuck are you doing? Like this makes no sense, like all this shit. And I wake up and I just see this cluster of messages from this guy. I'm just like, all right. But to be fair, his feedback was reasonable that I like if someone is subbed and finds their way in my Discord, they might like it wasn't clear that the very first step is to download the Wago app to download the pack. And I feel like that was actually reasonable feedback and I changed a little bit of the wording of stuff. Okay, anyway, guys, I gotta bounce. I have some IRL stuff I have to take care of. I'm going to go do that for a little bit, and then I'm going to record the next episode of The Bench with my good friends, and then I'll probably pop back online tonight. Later, buds.